Morning children. Today we are going to start social science chapter number 1, that is components of environment. What is the meaning of components of environment? The term environment we will study in the very first line in this chapter. And what are components? Components are elements. Components are parts from which something is being made. Environment in its true sense can be defined as all that surrounds us. Whatever we see in our surrounding, all the things are termed as environment. All the things they make environment. Environment is our basic life support system. It provides the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and the land where we live. It is quite obvious. From where we get air? We get air from trees. They are also the part of environment. Food we get from crops. They are also the part of environment. Everything. A large variety of man-made things which are necessary for our living. All the things are environment. Thus, environment has both natural and man-made elements. This paragraph up to environment, I will make it clear with the help of a flow chart. Components of environment. So, components of environment are divided into two parts, broadly divided into two parts, natural, man-made. And further, we have divisions of natural components. Natural components are divided into two, physical environment, biological environment. Again, physical environment, what is that? Physical environment, non-living, land, water and air. Biological, living, plants and animals. We human beings are also animals, right? But we are social animals. So we are also an important part of this biological environment. Okay. Then in this paragraph, what we are going to study? These two components of natural environment. Which two components? Physical and biological. They are largely interdependent. Interdependent means they are dependent on each other. They cannot be separated. Any major change in physical environment is bound to bring a change in the accompanying biological environment. So, whatever changes will occur here in this physical environment, they are going to affect the biological environment. They are going to affect living plants and animals. How? Land, water and air. We say land. So land is comprised of soil also. Whenever there will be a rich soil full of nutrients, fine layer of soil, what will happen? Plants will grow, right? We can have forests, and in forest what we can have? Wildlife, animals, right? And soil formation is a gradual change. I can say soil gradual change. But sudden change also affect. Sudden change like volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. They both are sudden changes. Soil gradual change also affecting biological environment. Volcanic eruption and earthquake, they are sudden changes in the physical environment. They are also affecting biological environment. We all know the effects of volcanic eruptions and earthquakes in human life and in wildlife. So these two paragraphs, I hope they are clear to you. In one first paragraph, many important definitions, many important things are there. You can also make a flowchart like that to understand the things easily. Okay. Then next portion of the chapter, that is 4 spheres of environment. Very important one. 4 spheres of environment. Number one, that is lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. Number one, number two, three and four. We can see here in the picture that is in your book. Land is lithosphere, air is atmosphere, water is hydrosphere, and here life, that is biosphere. Each of these is unique in its own way and supports other in sustaining life forms on our planet called the Mother Earth. So they all are unique. Atmosphere is unique, hydrosphere is unique. Here we have air, here we have water, here we have land, and here we have life. All are different, but they all supports each other in sustaining life. Lithosphere. Lithosphere is very important. Actually, all of these are important. But lithosphere, firstly, we will read. The literal meaning of lithosphere is the sphere of rocks. The Earth's solid layer is called lithosphere. Where we stand, where we built our houses, where the roads are constructed, that is on lithosphere. Earth's solid layer is called lithosphere. The lithosphere is about 100 km in thickness. The uppermost part of lithosphere is composed of rocks rich in silica and aluminium called Sial. I have made a little diagram for that for your ease. Lithosphere. Suppose this is lithosphere. This is the uppermost layer. Uppermost layer. This is the surface. I can say surface. Okay. So surface, it is rich in rocks. They are comprised of silica and aluminum. Silica and aluminum. Then afterwards, after this Sial, we can say it's Sial, silica, aluminum, Sial. Rocks that are rich in silica and magnesium. This layer, this is mainly found beneath oceans. So Sial and Sima, silica, aluminium, silica, magnesium, and this lithosphere, its thickness is about 100 kilometers. Somewhere it can be very less, somewhere it can be 100 kilometers. So thus lithosphere is that part of earth which provides us land over which we live. It provides soil for the plants and is also a source of all mineral wealth. Very important. Atmosphere. Second is atmosphere. The literal meaning of atmosphere is the sphere of air. Where we have air, that is atmosphere. The atmosphere is composed of a mixture of gases which forms an envelope around the earth. I have tried to make a rough diagram to show that. Suppose it is our earth, and this portion all from here to here, you can see it is a kind of envelope that has covered earth from all the sides. It is a gaseous envelope. Many gases are there. It is a mixture of so many gases. It is atmosphere. Then it is 1600 kilometers above the earth's surface. Of the total mass of the atmosphere, 99% exist within 32 kilometers of height from the earth's surface. Here I have darkened this portion, 32 kilometers. Thickness is huge here. Then among the four major elements of environment, atmosphere is the most dynamic in nature. Dynamic in nature means changes occurs in a very short period. We can see seasons, we can see rain, we can see sunlight. Everything happens in atmosphere, and these changes, they affect our life both directly and indirectly. So whenever there is a winter season, we used to wear woolens. That is a very small example. So this is all for today. Other things we will study afterwards tomorrow, and you are supposed to revise the chapter. Thank you.